Okay, welcome back to Broken Sword. I was going to do this at one point or another. I started recording this part, this episode, and got 5 minutes in, realized I had not pressed the record button. So, it, it was going to happen at some point. And luckily, like, this is a good game for it to happen to, because it's easy to go back to different parts of the, where we were at location wise and stuff. It's not like there's like loads of action and combat and stuff. So if I was going to do it, I guess this is the best time to do it. But yeah, we're going to start by going to the hospital, because we're trying to find a guy called Jaques Marquet. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plan. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Yeah, I sort of said that just now when I wasn't recording, and then obviously that's what gets mentioned, so I guess that's like a subconscious memory from having played this in the past.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
I'm here to see Jaques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age, after a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jaques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Cool.
Thanks for your help. Hi, my name's George Stobbart.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
Bunny?
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
And no, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
See you later.
Great.
Cool. So what we want to do is wander off down here. Well, okay. Maybe we need to talk to this guy again. That wasn't what I was expecting.
Excuse me, sir.
I don't.
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Maybe I need to talk to the receptionist again.
Thanks for
actually.
your help. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
That's throwing me a little bit, I'll admit, because I thought...
What does this false nose remind you of?
Oh, it's a clown's nose.
That's right.
Why don't you give me a break and go and play with someone else?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
Maybe talk to
You're
Penny
welcome.
again. It's funny, I thought I was like super confident in, knowing all of the
Hey, Benoit.
scenes in the game, and then when you're doing it and you're under the like
There's no
pressure
need
of
to
being
shout.
watched,
What do you want?
I forget, like, I must actually, when I do play it, I must go back and forth quite a lot with how to progress.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Is that a nasal charge, sir?
No, it's grease paint. See you later.
Great.
I don't think I need to go anywhere else before
Excuse
coming
me,
to
sir.
the hospital.
Thanks for your help.
Maybe I do. Maybe I've come here a bit too early to make progress. I can't think. Because, like, going down this hallway, I can't remember if they both do it, but going down this hallway should bring you to a different location. The fact that it's spitting me back out again suggests that I haven't finished what's going on here. But I don't know. What have I got in my inventory? I mean, maybe if I show this to the receptionist, I don't know if...
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Huh.
Excuse me, sir.
Let me just try some bits with
Do you
this
recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
guy.
What do you make of this tissue, sir?
Intéressant. I thought I knew the ins and outs of the human body, but this has me beat. If I were you, I'd have this sample analyzed.
Thanks
Did
for your
I?
help.
I didn't use the electricians. Like, we've already used the ID card. maybe we use it here as well.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
If this doesn't work, I'll leave and go to Montpassant.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin.
Okay, cool.
Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock, alarm call. 6:10, bowel movements, and woe-betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J.
I mean, I guess that's it, because the thing is, they make kind of a big deal about this nurse being, like, awful. And it really doesn't come across that way. It's
How do
not
I
even...
find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Yeah, so it's a pretty ostentatious hospital where all the
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
consultants and doctors have their own saunas and stuff. You don't need to worry about all of those directions. All you have to do is go down here. Yeah, they kind of make out like that's going to be like part of this being like this, almost like a subplot or a storyline.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Yeah, but when you meet it, like, she isn't that bad at all. So I don't really know why, like, if they were going to write something a bit more, like, she was going to be a bit more, like, there was going to be more to that than there actually, oh, you'll see, like, it really isn't anything. This guy's kind of nuts, though. He just really likes his floor shiner.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Like, he's so unnecessarily mean. Why would you say that? You walked up, he was doing his job, you walked up to him and interrupted him, and all he's doing is being nice. Yeah, George could be really, like, hit or miss sometimes.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
I think
Is she
more
on
so in the
duty today?
second one as well. In the
Yeah,
second game,
End of the
he's
corridor,
like really,
Ward
there's a few
J2.
bits where he's like really unnecessarily like nasty to people. And you could, they didn't mean it that way. Like, he's not being nasty. It's just because I think, like, you must have to record so much dialogue and you change bits and pieces and you record them on different days and you're going to have, like, slightly different tone to your voice and stuff, and then they get edited in. And sometimes they just come across probably not as intended. Yeah. just the way it is, I suppose, but it is quite funny.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the quarters?
No, sir, I hadn't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No, I
don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull through.
Whatever you've got with this metal knotfoot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is. Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Yeah, so
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
what I need to do is get into this cupboard, and he is watching. So in order to get him to move, I'm going to be really nasty and unplug Mr. Shiny.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
I don't know why you would stand there and wait for him to come round when you try and get through this door, but there we go. Go in here. Because there is a doctor's coat.
Dr. Stobbart at your service.
Let me go this way. And then this is the ward with oh, what? Oh, you know what? Is it because I have to... But I'm making the right mess of, like, apparently knowing what to do, aren't I? I keep on, Oh, really? It's going to keep me in this little area. Okay, what else do I need to do? I don't remember.
Hello.
Oh, hi! No whistling, right?
Right. Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Who is it?
That's what I'm asking you. Have you seen him before?
How should I know? You haven't told me who he is.
Take a look at the photo.
Yeah, okay.
Now, have you seen him before?
No.
Do you recognize this pass?
No, I don't. Should I?
No, but I wondered if you'd seen a stranger flashing it about.
No, sir. But if I had, Mr. Shiny would take care of him.
There's like none of this stuff. I know that like what you do and don't.
Take a
use.
look at this red nose.
Are you a policeman?
No, this is a clown's nose, not a policeman's.
You definitely
Would you
don't
like to
shock him.
shake my hand?
Not until I've washed, if you don't mind, sir. You can pick up all kinds of things in a hospital.
Like nurses, right?
No, sir. bugs and germs, and fungal infections.
Okay. I think there might be an achievement actually. I think I read that if you can use the buzzer on every NPC in the game, and George asks them if they'd like to shake his hand. They all say no, but I think if you do it to everyone in the game, it unlocks an achievement.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
I'm not going to bother with that. But I am a bit confused because I must admit I thought it was as simple as, you know, tricking him. Oh, why didn't that do that before? Okay, so
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bunny, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real Dr. Armsy job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
cool.
So long, Hagenmeyer. Hey, Benoit.
Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean to get my hands dirty with a nurse.
Shut up, Benoit.
Okay, sir.
Such a dick. Right, come on.
Follow me, Benoit.
I'm right behind you, sir.
Yeah, cool. Now we can get to the ward. Yeah, I forgot that you need to sort of pretend to be getting the doctor's thing on, but you need to actually get him. There we go. Cool. This room, again, when I was a kid, I got
Good afternoon,
really
doctor.
stuck on how
Oh,
to
hi. Is
get
this
through
Ward
this
J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney. Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Okay, so
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
this guy I believe is dead, but he isn't really part of this. But as I'm here, oh really? Interesting. Why give me the option to look at him if you're just gonna frog? Okay, so Marquet, you have to walk over here. I'll show you to get to Marquet, but this guy at the end will keep interrupting you from doing so.
Doctor,
What is it?
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
And for some reason, when I was a kid, this completely confused me on what I had to do. So George does this.
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
And then if you try and just walk this way anyway, he'll keep saying it basically.
Oh, doctor,
What now?
you didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
And I'm pretty sure I know what to do, but then I thought that since the beginning of the episode with all the different bits, so
Okay,
I'll
let's
probably
try
forget, like something here as well. But yeah, I couldn't get past it, and I spoke to
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
yeah, so I think there's like different bits of dialogue, but essentially he goes to take his blood pressure. The patient's like, "You don't know what you're doing," and he just cycles around. If you talk to
Hey,
Benoit,
Benoit.
Yes, sir?
yeah, he doesn't like. There's no conversation topics, right?
Forget it.
If you talk to her,
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur.
yeah, there may be some, but
Do you have
this
a
isn't-
patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock. It's unlikely he'll ever perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good.
yeah. So no, you see what I mean?
Thank
though?
you,
Like,
nurse.
there's
Au revoir,
nothing.
monsieur.
She's fine. Like, you're talking to her. She's not like running it like a prison or whatever. I guess that woman just is jealous on reception, but you don't really ever find out why. If I speak to Benoit again,
Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir?
click on this.
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something.
Okay, so I think this will trigger.
Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
primed and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
And take his blood
Use
pressure.
it on Eric Sopmarsh.
Okay.
Don't ask me why I found that series of things to do so complicated when I was a kid, but for some reason I never gave it to. It took me ages before George gave it to him. But yeah, anyway, that's how we progress through here. I guess we can talk to this guy.
I'm Dr. Stobbart.
Bonjour, doctor.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How was the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear? It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
Okay. He doesn't stop us from going in.
Rather you than me, pal.
Marquet was either peacefully sleeping or placidly dead. Rousing him in the latter case would take a miracle. Marquet?
Yes, I'm Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
I just want to know what I should do with the gem.
The Lobineau gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grandmaster. Quickly tell him that I found the tripod right here in Paris.
You have it?
Not yet, but it's been taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Hausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of this sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he has gone off to Syria unheralded goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
It has a theory about the location of the...
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter. The door's locked. Help me, officer.
There's a really bad, inconsistency there because it's his first day, right? Benoit's first day. How would he know who does
Stand
and doesn't
back,
work
monsieur.
there? But, yeah.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for the downfall was Philippe IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I don't think this is going to tell us anything we don't already know. No, okay. Cool.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Or were you referring to André?
I'll let you work it out.
So yeah, as you can probably guess by now, Nico's apartment is kind of like a hub, I guess. You always come back after you've done something, and figure out the next piece, and so I'm gonna go to the museum.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
NSA? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you. Not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror, such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Yeah, we can talk to this guy about some
Can you give
bits.
me any further information
And
about the
he's,
tripod?
Certainly,
useless.
monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century, the Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
But whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, it's the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
Yeah, like what else do you want it to do?
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Wait, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you see? If I studied art and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history.
At your age? Dream on.
It's just so, I mean, we're talking to, he's obviously like the security guard, right? You wouldn't go there expecting him to know about things in the museum.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar, although people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No. They assume I am an authority on the exhibits in my care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about history.
Of course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar. Not like Monsieur Lobineau.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legend surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
I know that, well, I'm just going by, like, obviously deriving the word assassin from it, but going back to Assassin's Creed a little bit, I wonder if that meant that, like, the assassins in there were, like, the Hashashin. I don't recall that ever coming up in the Assassin's Creed games that I played, but maybe I'm misremembering.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
Definitely no mention of cutting a finger off.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flame-grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
So
Quite
Philippe
a
stole the Templars'
lot of
riches, huh?
Historical exposition
no,
here.
they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure. and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place,
I heard them planning the raid.
they're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
So yeah, that's who Marquet mentioned on his deathbed, right? Saying about like the tripod's been arranged to be stolen.
Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
So
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
what you need to do is get in the sarcophagus. I think this guy's going to stop us. We need to distract him.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
So to distract him, over here, he doesn't like the windows being opened, I believe.
Attention! Please do not open the window, monsieur.
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhausts?
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the street. The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flames. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding. Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed.
So I think if I try it whilst he's not looking.
The
see it
rod turned
opens.
smoothly, and the window above me opened.
He's going to notice that though. Close it.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, monsieur.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight. What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
And when I woke up, I was at the police station. Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor George.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
You mean it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't suck, Jersey, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from Andre Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the Knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bears that crest.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. George has got infinite pockets. Oh, like Link in Zelda. He just casually puts the
Lobineau
tripod on.
explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy!
Yes, so
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
Okay, I'll see you later.
I'm gonna go to Mom for some. But yeah, so Nico's kind of like Catwoman, I guess. She like sort of swings in, steals the tripod, and that is never brought up or explained ever again. That she has the ability to do that. Luckily she did, I suppose. So we'll go to the next location, and then I'm gonna wrap up, I think. So we will start the next episode here. So yeah, something to look forward to. Yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. See you later, guys. Bye.